Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have some very interesting and weird tea to share with you. BTS has been in New York for a little bit, and some people believe that there has been a lurker or stalker that may have broken into BTS's hotel and specifically Jimin. There was also a weverse statement regarding a disbandment and all that. I will get into that at the end. So today is a bit of a darker tea and I have a lot to say. So grab your dumplings, he's spilling mug merch, and let's jump into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing let us talk about is this creep or stalker that may or may not have broken into BTS hotel. Also had a lot of weird footage and seemed like they were even following BTS around in their time in New York. In case you didn't know, BTS has flown to New York to meet with the UN or United Nations and do a speech there, as well as accept an award and just represent South Korea's pride. This is a big deal because probably since the beginning of the pandemic, BTS has not flown or really left their country, and so they probably were looking forward to traveling again and all that. They even posted several photos of them on a plane and looked excited to dress up in Korean airport fashion, to be able to walk through the airport and be seen in their amazing fashion. This was known about for a while and definitely long enough for these crazy fans to be able to get information on where BTS was going and where they were staying. I was seeing tweets which are blurred out, obviously, of the information that is believed to be BTS's hotel. I cannot confirm if it is. I did not go to the hotel and wait for BTS to see if they were actually there, but I do believe the information was somewhat accurate, as there was a lot of footage online of BTS at their hotel and stuff like that, which is concerning. I think it's fine to go and see BTS if you know they're going to be somewhere, but only the places that are already public knowledge. It's known that BTS will be at the UN, so you can probably just wait outside, and that is an acceptable thing to do. To find their flight, hotel rooms, and all that, that's not acceptable. I was asked why I never went down to the UN since I am in New York and tried to see a glimpse of them. I wanted to give the boys some more privacy. It's probably stressful as is, and they definitely don't need more people waiting for them and bothering them. We are also still in a pandemic, and I don't want to encourage more people to go and possibly even spread the virus to their security, to then spread it with BTS. Because if I went and posted videos of this, I feel like it would encourage more people to go out in times like this the next time BTS decides to come here or whatever. But I was very tempted to go, don't get me wrong. Would have loved to see that. However, this isn't something that some of these other crazy people even considered when there was a channel that popped up of literally so many videos of BTS in different places. There's other clips where BTS had pulled up right outside of a parking lot. I actually think I know exactly where this is. I used to work in that area. This is so strange, but we got to see Jungkook walking out of the van and we saw someone record him. Jungkook seemed a little freaked out when the person recording called out JK to him. You can tell he was shocked because he looked. If you knew that hundreds of people were going to show up and hundreds of people would be calling out your name, i.e. at an airport or something like that, you've seen times where BTS won't respond to people calling their name. But Jungkook probably looked because he wasn't expecting anyone to know that he was there. So it was surprising to him and caught him off guard. This is the type of stuff I definitely did not want to do. I don't think there is anything innately wrong with simply seeing your idol on the street and calling them. Going to the length of tracking them down and knowing by the minute where they will be and what car they're coming out of is another story. But the amount of nerves and stuff going through BTS's head while they are probably here to do this historic thing, it's probably a lot. Looking at what they did, it didn't look like they had much time to breathe. So the last thing they want to think of is, are there some people that are recording me and will put it online and make me look bad? There was even a video of Jimin walking out of what we believe to be his hotel and coming out of the tents. They likely had to do a lot of COVID testing before being able to leave and of course not bring the virus to the UN and the presidents. But it is very strange to see that this woman was likely either on the rooftop or on a balcony in the same hotel. Some people even said this might have been Jimin's room when the stalker came in. They didn't see him, only to look down and see he was already outside. We don't know for sure where the stalker was, but it's very weird to have these types of clips. It's scary how these clips were even taken. Like, this person had to know that Jimin or whatever was at this hotel. Because if you're staying at this hotel, you're probably not spending the entire day on the balcony waiting to record something interesting. The person who recorded it seemed like they knew Jimin was there, and this is terrifying. terrifying. This is scary, and there's nothing that BTS or Big Hit can do about this. Maybe they can look into legal action on these particular people, but I don't know if that will do anything. Like, taking legal action on the person or the people who did this won't stop people from doing this. I mentioned before that even if they get some of these crazy people in jail and also people giving them death threats in jail or whatever, there's going to be new people that don't know that those people went to jail and think it's okay to be a stalker. I would have to spend their entire budget to get rid of these stalkers when obviously they don't have the resources to constantly fund something that isn't making financial sense for them. The most they can do is up security, which looks like they did. Scary times for BTS. I've never seen this many clips of BTS out and about in New York, and a lot of people from New York may just be excited about that. But from the clips, it does appear that BTS was never in the same area more than once or twice. I recognize some of these places. These areas in each clip were far apart from each other and quite random. You'd have to know exactly why they were there and for what reason. Or they had multiple stalkers scattered around the city just waiting. Y'all, if you don't think this is a big issue, this is terrifying. They know BTS's every move. I hope this doesn't discourage BTS from coming here, and it doesn't discourage any new artists from trying to come here in fear of their safety. And I definitely want to see if Big Hit or Weverse will address this in the future and what will happen. We definitely need to consider artists' safety when it comes to things like this, and especially during times where we do have a pandemic going on. I would avoid meeting anyone you really care about or attempting to see them in this time of crisis. COVID cases in New York are actually not too bad, but it's still a risk, and there is still some evidence that you can still get the virus with the vaccine. It's just going to be less severe and you won't die. But even just a simple cold, it would be selfish to bring a cold to BTS if I knew that I had it. And I don't have COVID, but I guess I don't know, right? I could just be asymptomatic, which is my point. And I hope these stalker fans realize this is not the time for your silly games and to do things like this. Stay home. There was a statement that was released on Weverse that had fans really upset and sad. And I think they interpreted this weirdly. This was a statement from Source Music regarding GFriend. People believe that the group is disbanding or entirely disbanding and will no longer be together. I am not sure where the rumor came from. People believe that Source Music had said this themselves. Back in May, Source Music released a statement on Weverse, and the statement talked about how Source Music and GFriend will no longer be together, as in GFriend is leaving the company and possibly by now joining a new company. There were rumors of Source Music copywriting the name GFriend or something like that. I don't know if this is true, but people thought that if it was, then GFriend would no longer be able to operate and would need to disband and go do solo work should they choose to continue in music. But they definitely do not seem like they are disbanding, and they are still doing stuff together. The statement never had the word disband in there, and people can definitely still see that they are together now. Honestly, I personally felt they were not being promoted enough. I remember taking a look at their work, and it's literally top notch. It's so amazing from concept to the music. I think they could be as big as the next Blackpink, but they don't get any promotion really. I never heard about them, but their fan base is big. They're rarely on shows from what I see, and there's no news that writes about them. This is all done by a publicist. They have to pitch you to the news and TV talk shows. If they're not being pitched, it's probably because a lot of them are working on other artists, which obviously is not as fair. You should be with a company that is excited and happy to push you and put money and time into your work. And when you see a company or a label not doing that, or you feel like they won't do it for you, that's when you leave. They definitely didn't leave because they hated each other. I don't think so. But anyway, that's just my conspiracy theory. This is alleged. I don't know for sure. Oftentimes I see artists not signed with a big company and I wonder why. And it's because the deal sucks. It would be like, you sign with us and you give us this and this and this, and the contract never says anything about what they will do for the artist. But again, just my conspiracy, just my thoughts. I don't know for sure. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you like to see over there. We do currently have over 400 videos that are already up on there, and you have access to it the moment you sign up. And we do have a great time interacting with each other and having fun over there too. So if you're interested in any of that and you want to be a part of that, link is in the top description down below. There's also a video over there on the front page that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. It's on the front page, you can check it out. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on the screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.